After a few technical difficulties and human difficulties, the first spiritual yap session with Jex begins. Hopefully it doesn't go on too long because I still want to go to bed, but a little yappery going on. I feel like Nas, I don't know how to start this. My name is Omar Logan. I go by Jex. Damn, I wanna get loud, but fuck it. My name is Jex. I'm just gonna cut that first part out. There's gonna be a few cuts here and there, and edit this in post. I'm completely shrouded in darkness. Not metaphorically, but literally, as you can see. But, things are happening in the world and everything is everything. What I mainly wanted to talk about was spirituality and how it apparently can tie in with like nihilism and stuff like anti-theism and right-wing stuff and just being a very non-moral human, and if morality is truly a human construct, because a lot of people go through life thinking they can't do everything or anything they want to do. And I was saying this earlier, it's like, if, like, take the no put downs. Y'all remember no put downs in school? The no put downs rule? If we're taught all this from childhood, and they teach us this, everybody who is an adult and went through things to become a teacher, went through bad experiences, ups and downs, highs and lows and whatnot, went through all that, and they teach kids these things knowing they're going to get older and potentially go through the same obstacles and trials and tribulations they went through because they themselves were children at one point. Why can't we take that with us through adulthood? It's kind of whack to me how we can't, well, no, I take that back, how most people go through life abandoning those lessons because of important experiences. And I'm not saying they shouldn't, well, yeah, I want to be like, lost trains of thoughts. It's like how if you think of something long enough and you set your mind to it, set a solid plan towards it, they say you can accomplish anything just with a plan, solid planning, an attitude, perspective, because literally that's life, perspective. And nihilism, it's like, I think the core of it is like, nothing matters, so do what you want. And I don't even know how to pronounce, that's God to them, that's God to nihilists. Friedrich Nietzsche, however you say his name, I don't know how to say his name. Is it still recording? It is. Yay. But back to what I was saying. Why can't we take those lessons with us through adulthood? It's like how I'm looking at a plane right now, traveling. Your environment has a lot to do with with your mood and how, in my personal belief, your environment has a lot to do with higher spirit. Part 2, not really part 2, it was the second attempt, but I had to try and make space. Deleted a few videos, a few rap videos, and just miscellaneous things, but back to it. Taking childhood lessons through adulthood. It was just a quote, or just a comment that I read on YouTube. It was something like, the problem is when we confuse inconsistency with hypocrisy rather than actually growing up. And then it was something about how people build an expectation, or however you say it, whatever, an idea that people are fixed and cannot change, which is an expectation born from dealing with people with abhorrent beliefs. And I was like, real. As everyone says, real. What if kids in the 80s was like real? What if kids in the 70s, what if the hippies was like real? How did they feel? Did they have discussions like this? Probably did. Where are they at now? Probably with grandkids. Their grandkids got kids. But, yep. People think just because the world isn't what it seems to be, and they're delusioned. They go from disillusionment to delusion. It's like everybody has dreams, and then some people, they don't have the discipline for sticking with dreams. So they stick with a routine, a monotonous routine, and they try to convince themselves that they're okay with it. But deep down, they're not. It's like, just to say you're doing adult things, like working, paying bills, mortgages, that's what we've been taught, what makes you an adult. So it's like, if it's this one way to be an adult, then what's the point in doing anything else? When really, us as humans, if we can build all these great things and chisel these correct words to make gems to help other people, win wars, build space shuttles, send people to space, why can't we just be good to each other? If us as humans can build space shuttles, why can't we be kind? That's what I'm thinking. It's like, we do all these amazing things, and yet very little people have the power to as much pessimists and realists and nihilists there are in the world, there are probably like in a slightly smaller number of optimists and people who choose to look past that fact and really put energy into saying, forget all that, I know it really doesn't matter, but I'm gonna use my time on this earth to make sure I leave a good world for other people that follow me. Some people don't see the point in it. Some people say, this is what I'm going to spend my life doing. I'm going to be a good human. But let's examine that. What makes a good human? Following the rules, does that make you a good human? Living by the book, does that make you a good human? You could say it's subjective, but in my personal opinion, I think it means just being honest with yourself and other people. Not spreading hatred. Being the change you want to see and proving that there's still love in a world full of hate. Pushing your spirit out. pushing hate from your heart out and letting love in. I think that's what makes you a good human. A lot of people don't see the point in it, and hey, I'll let you rock. People should let people rock and do them, but I just think it'd be a lot cooler if a lot of people were good to each other. Frank Zappa has a quote that goes, "Music can't change anything. If it did, we'd all love each other because there are more love songs than anything else in the world." And I was like, oh my god, he's cooking. But let's see if I'm still recording. It's so whack how people abandon what they learned as a child so quickly because they get let down and disillusioned.